It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Thursday, everybody. It is the morning of September 22nd, 2022, and we're going to talk about events and stuff happening on all versions of Hero Wars Facebook and web first, followed by Hero Wars Mobile. I'm recording this at about 8:30 a.m. Central Time. At about 10 a.m. Central Time, we ought to know more about what's going to happen in the world this weekend on all versions of the game. So if we have to update this video or change the description or update the blog post that I'll be writing, then we will definitely let all of you know. First and foremost, like I said, let's discuss Facebook and web stuff. Thanks, as always, to our good friend LoadRunner providing all of the juicy news content for us. Yesterday, during the day, some new artwork was added to the game. This looks a whole lot like Nature Season, the season that we got a little while ago, where the grand prize was a random totem fragment there at the end. And you can see indeed that the totem fragment, the choose one of your choice totem fragment and the random totem fragment sphere was added, as well as a couple of different pieces of artwork. Is this going to be another season, or is this going to be some kind of other bundle? Well, I don't think it's another season. I think that we're looking at the beginnings of the bundles that we can purchase, both for the old totems and the new totems, the new dark and light totems. So if you kind of take a look at some of this text, you can see that the bundle name Totem Direct says, get an elemental spirit totem fragment of your choice, earth, water, or fire. The light and darkness totem fragments obviously are missing from this because there will be another bundle probably that we don't see yet. And then the next one says, bundle name Totem Random, games of the elements, get a random elemental spirit totem fragment, earth, water, or fire. Now, data mining the information a little bit further, and again, this is purely speculation on LoadRunner's part, but looking at the stuff, he says that it is likely the cost of the totem fragment of your choice is going to be $250 USD and potentially $33.75 for the random totem fragment, but he says again that he's not sure. And also, it is worth mentioning this statement as well that LoadRunner made: until these bundles officially appear in the game, all of his guesses are just guesses, and he may be wrong. Prices are subject to change. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about the costs of buying a totem fragment directly for $250 or buying one of your choice. The way it currently is set up in the game right now, it will cost you roughly $222, $221 and some change to buy enough emeralds to rank up your totem fragments with a random fragment. So paying $30 more for a guaranteed earth, fire, or water, whichever one you want. And then, if you're just trying to get a random one, paying $34, it seems like a pretty good deal whenever you compare that to the $222. So if that actually does come to pass, I would imagine that you'll only be able to buy one of each of these, and they will obviously be an excellent value if you find things like this in Hero Wars valuable. One thing to mention, if you are in a well-established late game or whale guild, you could probably convince your guildmates to buy the totem fragments for you. Those guildmates that have all three totems maxed out already, all 6-star earth, fire, and water totems, if they get a totem fragment, they're allowed to actually gift it to a member of their guild. So if you could find somebody in your guild that already has that maxed out, you could probably convince them to allow you to be given that random totem item or that direct totem item if you pay them the money and then they buy the bundles directly. It depends on your trust level with your guild and all of that. It's not a bug, it's not a hack, it's not a cheat. It's just what happens at the very high end to reward those high-end whale players. I know that I'm going to be trying to convince some of my guildmates to let me in on that action potentially. If I can get 2 or 3 of them to give me a random totem fragment, and I'm out $100, and I get 3 random totem fragments, that's still less than half the cost of buying 1 worth of emeralds at random at the Big Money Blue Ball altar. An absolute banger of a value. Now, speaking of buying emeralds, we do have Time of the Fearless going live the weekend of the 23rd. It should be live in around 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours, depending on where you are, if you're on Facebook or web. Time of the Fearless is the free-to-play event that is always accompanied by a ×4 emerald sale. If you do need to buy emeralds, then this is the best opportunity to get it that we're going to have in a while. Some of the things that you will need emeralds for in the very near future, potentially, the Autumn Festival is going to go live in a couple of days. We'll talk about that in just a second. We also have the 4 new Titans coming out, the 2 Light Titans and the 2 Darkness Titans. We know that those events are going to have some pay-to-win component to it. Having some emeralds to spend during that event to get, some higher level Titans, or potentially even earning a totem fragment somehow, some way. It's possible that the pay-to-win tasks on that event, the very bottom reward will be totem fragments for either light or dark or both. That's just pure speculation though. We definitely won't have a new pet until next year on Hero Wars Facebook and web, but we will for sure get a new hero in around Winterfest in a couple of months. Of course, there will be several times for Emerald sales between now and then to spend on. Taking a look at Autumn Fest. Autumn Fest is the event that rewards you with the Harunian Brew mugs. Well, I'll share the link to the event in the description box down below, or at least to the blog post with all of it on there. All of the tasks reward these Harunian Brew mugs. Autumn Festival is a 3-day event, and it looks to be going live on September 27th. There is a spend Emerald task on this event, but I don't know if it's one of the better or worse ones to spend on. It's filled with all kinds of stuff, things to level up your heroes, things to level up your titans. So I don't know that it's the most efficient event to spend your emeralds on, but it's certainly not a bad one, I guess. Now, over on Hero Wars Mobile, it looks like that there was going to be some kind of Aurora event going live in the next day or two, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend. Hard to say. It looks like it was adjusted, it was added and then disabled, and then there's clan gift bundles, but now there's not. Loadrunner is still kind of working through it. He thinks that he'll have more information in the next day or two. He says, I'm a little confused right now, but it seems that tomorrow, which is today, it seems that tomorrow you will have a surprise with a smiley face. I'm not sure what that's referencing to, but we don't have much more than that. There are clan bundles, but not to the end. As a result, there will be no event or bundles tomorrow, only Spark Boxes, Titan Sphere sales. But the developers on Hero Wars Mobile have been very tricky in the last little bit. If all it is just an Aurora event, I can't imagine that people are going to be too excited for that directly after this Kyros event. But you can't have big hypey events all year long. You got to have some downtime as well. Keep that in mind, mobile players. Now, like I said at the top of the video, here in about an hour or so, 10 a.m. Central Time, that is 3 p.m. UTC. That's usually when big announcements are made. If they're not made earlier in the morning, then they are usually dropped around that time. New videos, new Facebook posts, new Twitter posts, usually around 10 a.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. UTC. If something changes between now and then, we'll absolutely talk about it. But for now, that's all we got. Hope everybody's gonna have a fantastic Thursday. Remember, we live stream later in the evenings on Thursdays. That's 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 1:30 a.m. UTC. Hope everybody's having a great morning. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.